Hello everyone. Today I want to show you the short tutorials how you can use the software named Zap.Works to create some augmented reality content. And we also use the application from Zap.Works on your mobile phone to load the AR content and to see how it look in the real life. I will show you how to create the simple project, and also I want to show you how to tweak that, and even you can have some beautiful idea how to create something really funny or something simply surprise people. Okay, so let's start it. First of all, about augmented realities, for those of you you do not know about augmented reality before, so this is the video I want to show you now, so you can see that how the augmented reality is working. So let's take a look. So you see that this is the very short video, but you can see that the main idea of the augmented reality is you will use your mobile phone, yeah, your smartphone. If you have Samsung's, Huawei, iPhones, so you can use that as a kind of the tool or equipment to see the augmented reality. So basically we will use the smartphone, and you just need to scan the code. The code, as you can see here at the corner of the magazine, we see a kind of the circle things, and this is the code. It's a kind of the QR code, right? So you when you scan this QR code, so it will be loading the AR content like animation or video or the picture or image into your phone. And then when your phone will be turned on the camera, and the camera of your phone will be looking at the picture. In this case, in this scene, you see that the camera iPhone here is looking at the picture of the cover of the magazine, and immediately you can see that there is some animation of the girl, of the woman, appears on the top of the magazine here. Okay, so this is the way how the augmented reality is working. Okay, scanning the code to load the AR content into the phone, and then the camera of the phone will look at the photo, and then the AR content will be sticking on top of the photo. Okay, so this is the augmented reality. So how to do that in the software named Zap.Works? To do that, first of all, you need to come to Google and type in Zap.Works. Okay, when you type in Zap.Works in Google, it will show you the very first option, like the first page is called Zap.Works right here. So please click on that to open that. Okay, so now we are inside the website called Zap.Works. First of all, we need to register one free account to use Zap.Works and to create some project in Zap.Works. So to do that, you need to click on the login. And when you log in, you have the small button called sign up now. So please click on sign up now. So now you can fill in your email. Let's say you can use your private email or even your school email to register that. Okay, so let's do that. So I will create this right now. Okay. Remember one thing, because when we do some registering like that, in some step, this website Zap.Works will ask you what is the purpose that you are using Zap.Works for, and they will give us three options. The first one is business, the second one is education, and the last one will be the hobby. So please, we will choose hobby. Okay, why? Because if you choose education or you choose business, so then you have to pay to use the software. But if you choose business, and if you choose hobby, then your account will be free to use. All right, so let's try to do it now. Okay, so I just using my email and set up the password here. Yeah, so try to set something here. For example, register. Okay, so now they send you an email into your email, and just come to that and verify that. Yeah, verify your email. So now you can tell them a bit more about your name, Tiger, for example. Zoom. Select a role. You can choose any kind of the role you want, or you just type in something else. Let's say I am a student, for example, right? Live in Poland, yeah. And next step. So here is a state that I want to tell you. Three options: business, education, and hobby. So please choose hobby. All right. So when you choose hobby, and then you click on the checkbox like I am using Zap.Works for non-commercial project. All right. And next step. Done. So you already have one free account in Zap.Works. If you take a look on the top, next to the Zap.Works logo here, we see the project remain. The project remain is right now by default it will be 5. It means that one free account you can create maximum 5 free projects. All right. If you want to have more projects to contain inside your account, you need to buy more projects. But I don't think we need to do that. For example, if you have 5 projects, and then if you don't like that anymore, so you can delete some projects, so you have remained 5 more. Okay, or even you can create a new free account with another email, so you have another 5 free projects. Okay, so let's start to create some project now. So now you are in the Zap.Works interface. So please click on the create project now in the middle of the screen here, create project. And right here we see some option to choose. So please choose Designer Beta. Okay, Designer Beta is a kind of a new upgrade versions of the Zap.Works, and it will be working directly on the web page here. You don't need to download anything to work with. Okay, so please click on Designer Beta. So now you need to choose what kind of the code that you want to generate for people to scan. For example, if you remember, like in the video of the magazine, we see something like circle code. So we call that Zap code. Okay, we call it Zap code because this is the code generated by Zap.Works. So you can create something called Zap code here because it's generated by Zap.Works, right? Or if you can create QR. You know it always makes me feel better on good or bad days. I'm sorry. Okay, so we can choose like QR code, right? So the QR code is much more popular, right? Because with the QR code, you just need to use the normal camera of your smartphone, and you can just scan it, and it will directly, open the web, the AR content on the web page. Yeah, so you don't need to download any software or application into your phone to see the AR. So this is the really cool things in Zap.Works. But anyway, I want to show you how to use both of them. Let's say right now, let's try to use QR code. All right, click on QR code. Okay, so when you click on QR code right now, you see that we are inside one is open one interface, new interface right here. This is the interface of the first project. So right now, just please rename the project. Let's say this one will be project 1. Try to rename that, because later on, if you create another new project, so you will not know exactly what will be the project you are working on. So try to create that, the name of that, let's say project 1, project 01, for example, and click outside to save. Yeah, so now you save the name to project number 1. So from now on, you see that we have in the trigger, we see the QR code, and if you click on another code here, we have the Zap code here. Okay, what is different between the QR code and the Zap code? The QR code is a code that that we just need to turn on the camera of your smartphone, and it will automatically scan the QR code right here. But if you want to use the Zap code, so you need to download one application into your smartphone. It will be available for both Android and iOS. The application named Zappa. Okay, so this is the logo of the Zappa. Zappa is the mobile application created by Zap.Works, so that is why it's named Zappa. So please come into Google Play or come into Apple Store, App Store, to download the application named Zappa. Okay, so this is the Zappa right here. Okay, so with the Zappa application, so you can scan the Zap code here. Okay, but without the Zappa application, you just need to use only the normal camera of your smartphone to scan the QR code here. So it depends on you what you want to use for scanning. Okay, so let's say I try to use the QR code now, right? I have project number 1, and now please click on the button Open Designer. So when you click on that, so now Zap.Works will try to ask you what kind of the tracking you want to use. If you still remember that we are in the video, like I say, the camera of the smartphone need to look at one photo, something like one static photo. So at a time, the animation or the text or any information will be sticking on the surface of the picture. So this technique we call image tracking. Okay, so in this case, we will click on image tracking to start create some image tracking project right now. So please click on image tracking and click start creating. So now we are inside the project 1, where we can start to create some AR content right here. Because we are using the technique called tracking image. So first of all, we need to upload some things. We need to upload one photo into this project number 1 here to turn that into the tracking image. Okay, remember, tracking image is really important, because without the tracking image, the camera of your smartphone will not know where to stick the augmented reality content on. You understand, right? Please remember that. The Zap code or QR code is just kind of the link to load the AR content into your phone. But we need a surface, we need a tracking image to stick that content on the top. So that's the reason why the tracking image become handy. Okay, so to do that, make it faster and easy to test before you come into your own project, your real project. Let's say I can come to Google image and I just try to find some image that I like. For example, I just type in image and I will try to find some kind of the photo that I like. For example, I can choose the photo of the girl here, for example. Yeah, this is pretty girl, and I just save that into my let's say my download, yeah, let's say my document, for example, or download, and I save it. So then I come back to my project and I click on upload target image here on the right side. Click on upload target image. This, you need to upload the photo you choose into the upload target image here. So at that moment, Zap.Works will transfer that image into the tracking image. Okay, so I come back to my download and I choose the go here, and it will take a little bit time for loading and analyzing and training Zap.Works to get to understand this image will be the tracking image. Okay, it's done. So now I already have the photo of the girl that I like in and it turned into the tracking image already. Okay, so take a look on the right side. We have target image is the image of the girl. It's good. One more thing, right now you see that everything we are see right now is the 2D flat image. So if we want to let's say if we want to work in a little bit 3D in this project number 1, so you need to click on the button down here on the right side. By default right now it's 2D, yeah, but if you click on the switch button, it turns into 3D. So from now, when you click and drag the mouse on the working space, it turns your space into 3D space. So now you can much easier to push and pull, tweak all the element in this 3D space. Okay, so just bear in mind, right now this photo in my case, the photo of the girls here will be the tracking image. Okay, so later on I can print out this photo of the girl and I just stick on the wall, and then I will use my phone, you know, to make my camera of the phone look at her. So some AR content will be loading in on top of her image here. To try that right now, so I will come into, let's say, to the left side of the project 1 here. You see we have something like called buttons, text, image, video, or 3D. So they are all the elements that we can import into our 3D space. Let's try that with something called 3D. I click on 3D here. So you see in the 3D here, we have some default 3D model that already exists in Zap.Works. They give us some example, right? So we can try directly to use that. So just let's say I just try to drag and drop something. Let's say I drag and drop the 3D model and drop that onto our 3D space. All right. So now you see that if I go around, you see that the 3D model is already inside our 3D space. So maybe I will try to make fun of her. For example, I will try to put the glasses in front of her like this. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too big, so I come up right here. I can click on the second button here, and I can scale this down, the object. Okay, and if I want to rotate that, I click on the third button on top here. It's go rotate, and I can rotate the glasses here. Okay, so I jump back and forth between, you know, moving, rotating, scaling, something like that. Okay, so I think it's just for testing right now. Okay, so right now you already have the 3D model, or some, let's say this 3D model is called the AR content in augmented reality, right? So we can test also another thing is, let's say we can import some text. Yeah, we can just drag and drop some text here. Also the same, we can move the text, let's say a little bit in front, maybe here. I double click on that and I just type in some things. It's like testing AR, for example. So yeah, I have a text called testing AR in 3D space, you see. Yeah, what else? We can import another image. Let's say I browse from my computer. If I have some let's say some nice photo, for example. It's like for example, whatever I have here, it's like flash drawing, for example. Let's open this. Yeah, you see that. So after I browse computer and I upload the flash drawing here, so it come into my library. So I just drag and drop it into my space. Yeah, and I also like put him, you know, somewhere else, maybe here, make it bigger, for example. Yeah, like this. Okay, so you see that we can import quite a lot of things into our space. So now is the time we can start to test that. So to test the result, you can just click on the buttons called preview up above there on the left side on the top. Click on preview, and then project one will open for you. This one, it will open for you the tracking image. It means the image of the ghost, and also they give you the QR code here. So now please take your smartphone, turn on normal camera, and scan this QR code, and access to all everything. The web will open. Accept that, and go on. And after you accept everything, the application, the web will open the camera again for you. So then you can just point the camera onto the tracking image of her here, right here, and then you will see all the content you have import in this 3D space will be appear on your mobile phone screen. Okay, so yeah, so this is the way how you can create and import some content into your 3D space right here, and turn that into the AR content. Okay, so I want to tell you something more about this. You can import also the video, for example. So if you have some video like from your phone or from YouTube, you download from YouTube something, you can also upload the video into the library here and drag and drop that into the scene. Yeah, let's say a kind of a TV and like animations or yeah, exactly, for animation, the same like here, like in we see in the example right here, right? When yeah, you see the animation, right? The animation is sticking on top. Where's the play of the video you want to put it on? It depends on where you put the video on. All right. So one more thing I want to tell you is really important thing. It's called buttons. You can see here on top we have the button function. When you click on that, it will show you some default button. Some default button that's like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and so on, so forth. So you can try to use them. So it means that when people click on the Facebook button, for example here, then it will jump into your Facebook, your social network, for example, right? But anyway, right now, if we want to create our own button with our own function, so we can do that also. Click on buttons and try to choose kind of the empty basic button template, for example. So I drag and drop, that's this one, for example, here. Okay, so, and yeah, I think it's look okay. Then I just double click on the text and I just rename that. Let's say I rename this like play the sound, for example. Yeah, for example, I make the button bigger to much easier to see, and also I make the text bigger. I choose the text here. I come into the right side of the content and I go down to appearance and I, yeah, here I increase the font height, for example. Oh yeah, so it's make my font bigger, right? So now this is the kind of our own button. So we want to, people when they click on this button, it will play some sound. How to do that? It's very easy. First of all, you need to click and choose the buttons, and then look at on the right side. You see that we have some option called content, transform, appearance, action, transition, effect. Yes, it's all the things. It's like inside one element that you can tweak. So right now, if you want to click, people clicks on this button and it plays some sound. So we need to come into the action inside the buttons and clicks on the no action here and choose what you want to do. Let's say right here we have thing called play the sound, right? So click on play the sound. So you can click on upload the audio and you upload the audio that you want to use. For example, I upload one audio if I have something here. Let me try to just find that because maybe it will be a little bit too big. But anyway, yeah. For example, here if I upload one MP3 file, right here, it will take a little bit time for uploading like this, right? And in a few minutes, it will be successfully uploaded. Okay, you see that it's uploading quite fast. And now I see that in my file, in upload audio here, we see the MP3 file music that I have here. And now if I click on use, clicks on that, yeah. So you see in the action tab, it say action on tab. It means people will tap on the button and the button will play this music MP3 file here. Okay, so you can test this now. It's like click on preview. The same, it will show you the QR code and the tracking image. So just try to use your smartphone, scan that and put on the tracking image and you will see all everything. It's like, you know, the buttons, the flash, the glasses, Facebook, yeah. And then when you click on play the sound, the music will be turning on. Okay, so this is a way how you can create a button. So actually I want to show you one last things. It's really nice in Zap.Works that we can create another scenes. Just if you take a look right here on at the bottom, we see something called scene 1. Scene 1 is mean that everything we are seeing right now in the scene number 1. It means the page number 1 or the slide number 1. So you see that this project is look like kind of the presentation. It's like slide number 1, slide number 2, slide number 3. So we can jump to some other slide that we want to jump to. Okay, and I want to show you, for example, now if I click on the plus button here, I click on the add scenes, and I still choose image tracking, and I create a scenes. And now you see that I am on the scene number 2. I have scene number 1, scene number 2. You see that? Scene number 1 is everything I have here, right? Like previous one. But when I click on the scene number 2, you see that it's an empty blank 3D space. So maybe in the scene number 2 here, I just try to import some things like another 3D model, for example. I will import the fox, for example, yeah. And yeah, for example, I import the fox here, rotate a bit like this, for example. So now I see the scene number 1 is with the glasses, the buttons, and the scene number 2 will be the fox. So now you can see that we can create how many scenes we want. Like in the presentation, in the PowerPoint, right? You can create 10, 15 scenes that you want. Yeah? It's based on your need. But why we need to create a lot of scenes like that? Because we can do something like that. We can create a button. Let's say we come back to the scene number 1 here. I click on a button. I create another button here. And in this button, I will make it, also I make it bigger. For example, here, make it bigger. Here. And I also rename that. But this now I will rename is jump to scene 2, for example. Okay. And I make it bigger or so. Appearance, font height. Make it bigger. So now I want when people clicks on this button jump to scene 2 in AR, then it will jump to the scene with the fox. You see that? So it open wide for you more idea that you can jump from this scene to another scene to change the animation or to change the 3D model, to change the behavior, change the graphic and so on, change the text, for example. Okay, so just bear in mind that we can create a lot of scenes and create a button to jump back and forth between those scenes. Okay, so how to do that? I click on the jump to scene number 2 button here. The same, I come to the action and clicks on no action, and we choose link to scenes. Clicks on link to scenes, and now we need to select a scene that we want to jump to. We want to jump to the scene number 2. Am I right? So click on select scenes and choose scene number 2, and done. So from now, when you click on preview, scan the QR code and stick the cameras onto the tracking image of the girl, then you will see 2 buttons. One button will be play the sound, another button will call jump to scenes. And when you click on jump to scene, immediately it will jump to the scene with the fox, right? In your AR, in your mobile phone. Okay? Alright, so this is the way how you can create the AR. It stands for augmented reality content using Zap.Works Designer beta version. Okay? So everyone, so this is a really short tutorial and it's really easy to do. About the technical part, it's just all the things like that. It's very easy, right? So the final task, I mean the homework for you, it will be creating some AR content, some things interesting. Just try to think about something interesting, something crazy, something insane, even something like joking or social problem, or even surprise people a lot. For example, yeah, try to think something about that and try to create some interesting AR content for your homework. Let's say for your final project, final task for AR. Okay. So try to do that. I know that some people will be really interested in the 3D object like the fox, something like this here. So if you have your own 3D model, so you also can use in your AR content here. So how to import your 3D model into Zap.Works Designer beta? You click on the 3D, the same, yeah? You can click on browse computer and you choose the 3D model that you want to upload to use. But just bear in mind one thing. The Zap.Works Designer will be working with some of the format of the 3D model only. It will not be working with every format of the 3D model. To know more about that, please click on the question mark here next to the 3D model up the on the top of the browse from computer here. You see one small question mark, so please click on that. It will open for you the documentations of Zap.Works Designer. So you see that they have everything here for you, but especially right now we are in 3D part. So you see that supported format for the Zap.Works Designer. It will be GLB, GLTF, or embedded GLTF. Okay, so if you want to use some of your model, let's say you want to use some model, you can come into the website called sketchfab.com, and in the sketchfab.com you can buy some 3D model, or even you can download some free 3D model. Let's say I press on free, for example. So you see that we have some free 3D model that you can use. For example, here I have the dinosaur, for example. It's free 3D model, yeah. So, and then you can click on the download 3D models right here. To click on download 3D model, and you need to log in to download this 3D model. So remember here to register a free account, yeah. So you can log in and you can download the 3D model to use in your AR. So let's say right now I'm logging with my account and I see this 3D model of the dinosaur here, for example. And if I click on download 3D model here, it will show me what will be the format of this dinosaur that I can download. Here you see that original format will be FBX. You see, yeah. The FBX, it will be working well for some 3D software, but for AR, especially for Zap.Works, we should use GLTF. If you see that the second function here is called GLTF right here. So the SketchFab is really nice that when you upload your 3D model onto the SketchFab, it will automatically convert your 3D model into the GLTF file. And then you just need to download that. And when you download that, I will try it right now for you to see. I just click on download. So I have the dinosaur here. I will show in the folder right here. I will extract it to the folder here. So here I have the dinosaur here. So if I come back to my project here, for example, I come to the 3D, I click on browse from computer. I open the place that I save the dinosaur. For example, I come to here, dinosaurs, and I need to click on the GLTF and the bin file at the same time. Remember that. You need to upload at the same time two of them, bin file and GLTF file, because it's connect with each other. Click on open. Okay, and now when I click on that, it will show you that upload setting and show missing file because it's lacking of some texture. Okay, so you just need to open again the folder with the texture folder here, and you just open the texture inside and choose all four texture and drag it into the place here. Done, and click continue. Right, so it will take a little bit time for loading. Yeah, it's uploading right now, you see, yeah. Okay, so when you finish uploading, you come back to 3D. You see that we have the dinosaur here, right? Just drag and drop him into our scenes. Loading. We have it. You see that it's very easy, right? It's very fast to do that. Here we have it. Really, really nice one. So you can rotate him and push him, let's say, a bit back. All right. So we can click on preview, yeah, the same. And you can scan the QR code one more time, open everything in your, open the link in your smartphone, and then stick the camera onto the tracking image of her, and then you see, you know, the fox and the dinosaur. But remember, by default, everything will be loading from the scene number 1. Okay, so when you load the AI content, it will jump directly into the scene number 1 here. So then you need to click on the jump to scene number 2 to see the dinosaur and the fox here. All right. So this is the way how you can use your own 3D model in AR content here. Okay, so everyone, so that's all for the tutorial. Yeah, so please, if you don't remember anything, so just rewatch this. Yeah, rewatch this video. So tweak that to create something really fun or surprise people. Yeah, so let's say when you finish your project, you need to do one more thing. Just bear in mind one thing: when you click on preview, then this QR code will be working only in 5 minutes only. After 5 minutes, this QR code will not be working anymore. So to send me the project, first of all, you need to click on publish. Okay, so when you click on publish, so now you see that the project status will be published. Then we come back to original project here. You click on the project, and we see one project of us here is project number 1. Clicks on that, and you need to send me this QR code, the first one. Okay, send me this QR code. This QR code the QR codes will be working every time, but remember to publish the project at first. Okay, if you don't publish the project, I cannot see your result. So the first thing will be the QR code you need to send me, and the second thing you need to send me is what? Yeah, exactly this one. It will be the original photo that you download from Google or even your, yeah, let's say your tracking image. Yeah, remember that. Send me the tracking image. So based on the tracking image, I have and also I have the QR code, so I can access to the QR code and stick my camera onto the tracking image to see the result. Okay, so everyone, thank you for watching the video short tutorial. Please keep working on that, and if you have any problems, so please drop me an email. Okay, so we will tweak that, and I hope that you will finish this as soon as possible, because as you know, this week will be the last week. So please work on that and send me as soon as possible. Okay, thank you very much.